YTBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. Got to give a shout out to 10 Players News on this video. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and start right into the content. I don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to speak on this. Nobody at all. I know you were sacking. I'm going to drop that video next, man. All right, I'm just playing with you, but I am going to drop it. Let me get into I'm going to talk about the perspective, from Officer Ben Fields' perspective, and I'm going to talk about it from the teenage girl perspective, okay? If you have a child at home, you need to have you and your child listen to this video. You listen to this video with your child. You make them sit there for this 13 or 12-minute video that I'm about to drop. You make them sit there, okay? Because they need to hear what I'm saying. And I'm telling you nothing but the truth, and everything's a fact, okay? I live an hour away from Columbia, South Carolina. I've been to the high school Spring Valley many, many times. And now I've got a coffin on this video for one reason. And I'm going to tell you what that coffin means toward the end of this video. But I got a coffin. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I've been to Spring Valley High. I've actually seen Officer Ben Fields on campus. You know, we used to go to this track meet called the Taco Bell Invitational. It's a big track and field meet. And I take some of my kids from the gym. We go there and we compete. We go and we compete. And, they go and get a bunch of awards. It's a big-time meet. I didn't meet Ben Fields in the track and field arena. I mean, I didn't really get to know him in that arena. I got to know Ben Fields in the powerlifting arena. That's where I really, really got to know him. You see, Ben Fields walked up to me, okay? He came up to me in a powerlifting meet, and he said, Coach, man, your kids are doing really, really well, man. Your kids are doing real well. And he said, man, you do a great job with those kids. And we were just having a lot of small talk. But I didn't get to know his personality until he did a squat. And if you guys not familiar with powerlifting, you do bench press, deadlift, and squat. They add up your combined scores, and that's your total, okay? Well, I saw him do a squat. This man, attempted to do like 650 pounds. Okay, and he darn near had it. He didn't go low enough. So the judge, what he did, y'all, the judge told him, he didn't get the squat. You'd have thought this man, somebody stole $10,000 from him because he got irate. And he got so irate to the point, man, his buddy had to calm him down. And I'm sitting here thinking, this guy don't have control over the situation, so he loses control. And I picked up on that very, very quick. But I didn't know the events that was going to happen later on after meeting this gentleman, okay? This guy, Ben Fields, is a 300-pound solid muscle-bound dude. The guy can bench press. I saw him bench press over 500 pounds. I saw him squat over 600 pounds. And I saw him deadlift over 700 pounds off the floor. This guy's strong. I've seen him. I've seen him in action, okay? But I noticed that this guy loses control when he don't have control. When he can't control the situation, that's when he go. And see, police officers are not trained psychologists, man. I'm going to tell y'all, this girl that, he body slammed, and I don't agree with that at all, man. This guy, he weighed 300 pounds. You mean to say you couldn't escort that girl? You couldn't pull that girl out of that desk? You couldn't get her out of the desk? I mean, you strong enough to detain her, man. You strong enough. Even if she was kicking and screaming, he still could have got out the desk. See, body slamming her was extra. He didn't have to do it. He chose to body slam the girl. Even though she was squirming around, look, I'm 140 pounds lighter than this dude. And I done restrained kids before. I done put them out my classroom. Kids twice her size. I done restrained them and walked them out of class. It's real simple to do. Okay? I would have been okay with him dragging that girl out of class. But the body slam, he could have killed her, man. Ben Fields could have literally killed this girl. It's thank God that the girl didn't die or suffer a major, major injury. I don't know if she got hurt real bad, but thank God he didn't kill her. Okay, this girl is psychologically broken. This girl got the attitude, and you can look at her face, and I can, because I've been doing this for 20 years of my life. I've been doing this for 20, and I can tell a kid who got these problems. This girl is suicidal. You want to know how I know what a suicidal kid look like? Because they don't give a damn about anything. They don't care. Okay, this girl has that attitude. I got nothing else to go. Ain't nothing else for me to go for. I ain't got to live for nothing. They need to have this girl on suicide watch. I promise y'all, without a shadow of a doubt, this young teenage girl is suicidal. But the police officer, they're not trained to pick up on that. They're not trained. Most of the teachers are not trained to pick up on it. I've learned that through hard knocks. I've learned what a suicidal kid looked like. Heck, I done pulled a gun away from a kid's head several times in my life. When he about to pull the trigger to blow his own brain out. Oh, I done took that gun. I done had to take that gun. I know what a suicide kid looked like. And this girl has suicide written all over her. This girl don't care. Not only did she not have any regard of authority, she ain't have no regard for her own self. This girl cares nothing about her own life. This girl has nothing else to lose. She has nothing else to lose. She ain't got nothing. And I come to find out, I've heard and I've read that this girl is an orphan. And people are going back and forth with that. So nobody's 100% sure. But it really explains why she doing what she doing. This girl ain't got nothing. She ain't got nothing else to lose. Nothing. She didn't care. She didn't give one iota of anything. And this police officer, he goes in, he brutally body slams a girl, man. I mean, and you know, this dude done this before. Look, this ain't the first time he done this, okay? I mean, this is small fry for him. He done a whole lot worse. And y'all sitting here, oh, he slammed her. Ooh, that's bad. Listen, I done seen SROs do worse stuff to kids than this. I done seen it. I done pulled the SRO off of a kid who beat a kid to a bloody pulp. I had to pull him off, man. They were going to kill him. I had to pull him off of the kid. When I reported this SRO, the SRO walked because there wasn't no video cameras back then to really report these guys. Oh, he walked. He got away with it. You know, the kid, yeah, attacked him, man. But see, once you get somebody subdued, you ain't supposed to beat him to a bloody pulp because you're in a rage. He had the boy. The boy couldn't do nothing else to him, man. He beat the kid to a bloody freaking pulp. And this police officer, Ben Fields, he's an idiot. He's a straight up idiot. To body slam this girl out of her desk, okay? The body slam was extra, man. He could have detained this girl. I was okay with him dragging her. I was okay with that one. But when he took the desk and slammed the girl in the desk, nah, man. To somebody who already mentally screwed up already, the girl is suicidal. She got every kind of suicidal tendency that she exhibit all of the signs. And maybe if you guys want me to, I'll drop a video on how to tell somebody about to take their own life. I can tell you. I'm an expert in that, okay? This girl, I would even venture to say, this girl has probably been sexually abused some point in her life. I'll venture to say she has, okay? But it don't excuse his behavior, man. Ben Fields is stupid. He's a dumb idiot, man. And I can't even tell you why this guy, if the fact that I'm glad they got rid of him. I'm glad he lost his job. He deserved to lose his job. I'm sorry. You can say the girl parents ain't doing this, ain't doing that. But, man, the girl weighs 105, 100 pounds, and he 300 pounds. He could have resolved that a whole lot better, but he didn't choose. He chose not to. I want to talk about this girl behavior. Now, this girl has been allowed, and people, I'm in the educational system. This girl has been allowed to behave this way for years, and ain't nobody ever checked on her behavior. Ain't nobody ever checked her when she got out of line. Ain't nobody ever checked her when she started sucking her teeth. Ain't nobody ever checked this girl when she bucked up at the people that try to raise her. Nobody has checked this girl. You let this girl, they let her slip through the cracks, and this girl has been doing this over and over and over and over. And nobody had the balls to check her. This police officer did. He had the balls to check her. But unfortunately, that's not the kind of person you want checking a kid. You don't want that. And this girl is lucky she didn't get her ass killed. She lucky. Okay, this girl has defiant written all over her. What? People blaming the teacher? What you blaming the teacher for? The teacher did the correct protocol. The girl wouldn't put the phone away. He asked for the phone. She said no. He asked her to leave. She said no. Now, you're interrupting. I'm sorry. Psychological problem or not, you know right from wrong. Everybody know right from wrong. I don't care what you got going on. You know right from wrong. And if you ain't want to be there, then you don't come to school. But to interrupt the learning for all 30 other kids in his classroom, and people saying that it's his fault, no. This man is charged. See, let me tell y'all, when these kids, they get F's on their report card, they don't blame the kid. They don't blame the parent. They blame the teacher. They don't blame anybody else. They blame the teacher when these kids don't do their work. I see where the teacher was coming from. I know where he was coming. He had to get out of class. He had to. The administrator told her to come on. She didn't want to leave out of class. Okay? This administrator said, girl, let's go. Didn't want to go. So the last step in this whole process is to get the police involved. And let me tell you something. When you get the police involved in domestic disputes, it's never good. And I classify this as a domestic dispute because it's pretty much, it lines right up with it. When you call the police to come get something, to come settle something, it's never pretty. Why are people so surprised that this happened? I'm not. Who calls the police for? When you call them, something always happens. Somebody get hurt or somebody get killed. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it when you're dealing with the police. But this girl has been defiant her whole life. Probably from the time she was old enough to understand what telling somebody no was. This girl been doing it. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell you young kids something now if you listen to this video. You better listen to what the police tell you. If they tell you to do something reasonable, you do it because they will kill you. They will beat you down, and you're lucky that this wasn't on the street. Because had this been in the street, this girl would have been dead. This girl would have been dead because she want to do what she want to do. She don't want to listen to authority, and that's just the way that is. We got a lot of parents raising these kids, telling them that it's okay to do what you want to do. Because all I got to do is pretty much, I play the victim. I tell you no, I become defiant. And the person who checked me, they lose everything they own. See, you kids, you guys, y'all need to understand that the police is your last step. And when you defy a police officer, the consequences are severe. And I mean even death itself. See, don't sit here and tell me that nobody know no right from wrong. Don't tell me that girl didn't know right from wrong. Don't tell me she didn't know. Do not tell me. Everybody, good or bad, they know right from wrong. This girl was no different. When a police officer put their hand on you and they try to arrest you and you fight back, and this girl did, she responded back. When you put your hand on an officer, period, the consequences are going to be severe. You're going to get hurt. You are going to get brutalized. You kids, you need to understand that. And people say, oh, he wouldn't have did that to a white girl. Listen, I done been in the game 20 years. I done seen SROs. I seen an SRO take a white dude and smash his head into a window and crack the window. I've seen that. I reported that. Nothing happened because it was an age where we didn't have these cameras. I done seen an SRO take a Hispanic kid and put his knee on the back of his head. I done seen that. I seen an SRO beat a kid to a bloody pulp. I had to pull the SRO off this man. And the SRO pulled his taser out on me. I done seen it. Don't tell me that you can reason with an officer. You cannot reason with a police officer. I don't care who you are. If you are listening to this video and if you are a teenager, if you are a child, you better know your level. You better know your role, know what you are, and you sit back and you shut up because your whole goal is to survive the encounter with this police officer. They will kill you dead, and they don't care. They'll kill you. Y'all stop defying these darn police officers. Just listen, you can't fight them in person. You fight them in court. You fight him in court. If the man put his hand on you, you fight him in court, and you sue, and that's how you beat the police. You don't beat them trying to go at them toe for toe. You're going to lose that battle. And I'm talking to every single teenage person listening to this video. Your life is too important to be taken by some stupid police officer who got an ego complex like a Ben Fields. Somebody should have been checking this girl from the day she was born. Her parents have failed her. If her parents are dead, then whoever with her, you ought to be ashamed of yourself because you charged with raising this girl and you're supposed to check this girl when she do dumb stuff, and that's just the way that is. I get emotional about this stuff because I get sick and tired of seeing these young kids getting put in the coffin. They 15, 16 years old, and they dead in the ground because somebody didn't have the guts to check them when they were younger. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.